Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
I started this company.
You know how much I sacrifice?
Devils, come out! What the hell are you doing, banana hands?
Not so fast, brown boy. We're gonna have some laughs.
Advanced delusionary schizophrenia with involuntary narcissistic rage.
What you?
Oh, wow!
Well, Coach, we need your advice.
Okay, shoot.
We kidnapped her.
Kill her. Goodbye, kid.
She touched my peppy, Steve.
Could it be Satan?
What are you telling me, that I can't shoot them? I want to shoot them!
Is everybody happy now, huh? Are we all friends again?
What? What the fuck?
I thought you loved all animals, Mr. Ventura.
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up.
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't do.
All right, welcome everyone to Scareticulus. So today we're going to be talking about Scream 8, Scream Grifters. We're going to be talking about American Horror Story Season 13, the new Carrie TV show a little bit because the trailer came out this week, and a bunch of other stuff. There's this new Josh Hartnett miniseries that's coming out this fall. It's called like Below, I believe. We might go over that a little bit just because it exists and it seems interesting. So should be fun. Please thumbs up the stream, share the stream out if you are a fan of the content of my channel. Share the stream out. That helps me tremendously. And it will get you in the good books of Jenny's books and vlogs. She is notorious for putting people in the bad books list, and you do not want to go there. You want to be in the good books. Trust me. Yes, he's back, Bill. Josh Hartnett has been around for quite a bit, actually. He started making his turn to horror. I believe it was in 30 Days, 30 Nights, but I wasn't a huge fan of that. I did, however, love Penny Dreadful, that show on Showtime, I believe. He was great in that show. He played the Wolfman. I don't know if that was his actual name, but basically he played the version of the Wolfman on that show. Let me thank Alucard for the 10 jewels before we get started here, folks. Thank you so much for the happy poop that you just sent. Appreciate that. Rachel, thank you for becoming a member here. Very appreciated. Let's see here. You became a shiny thing grabber. I think that's like, you know what's funny? When I set up these tiers, I must have totally forgotten like what they meant. Because I always have to like go back and look at my tiers and be like, what does that mean? What level was that at? So I don't even know how much that was. $3, $5, something like that. But thank you. So let me say hi to everyone in the chat and then we'll get started here. Jenny, welcome. Bill, Gloria, welcome. Crime Scene, a group of crumb bums. That's right. We have Acres of Movies says hello and thanks from Stacy. Who the fuck is Stacy? Is this like is that what your name is? I guess that is what their name is. Well, welcome. Would you like Sandra Bullock to be in the next Scream movie? I mean, I wouldn't complain. She's a good actress. She's always been a good actress. I guess I'm just wondering like what would her role be in the movie, you know? I could see her playing a villain character, actually. I feel like she's kind of pigeonholed as like a goody two-shoes a lot of the time, and I feel like she has range. She could play a bad guy if she wanted to. Let's see here. Thanks from Stacy. Christy, you keep saying hi, thanks from Stacy. The Christie family have a lot of scenes in Crystal Lake, and it was fun to visit the set. You went to the set of the Crystal Lake show? Is that so? Okay. Well, that's great. The Christie family. Huh. Would you like to see Dustin Hoffman play Loomis? I believe Dustin Hoffman stopped acting. These questions are so random. You remind me of the soap opera troll that comes in here saying, "Did you watch General Hospital?" Are you that person under a different sock? Hey, Farley, thank you for becoming a member. Let's see here. What did you become? A Keymaster Supreme. I believe that's $10 a month. So thank you very much for that, Farley. Summer, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again, Farley. I was thinking she would be an aunt of Sydney. Ooh. Sandra Bullock, an aunt of Sydney. I mean, sure, why not? She comes out of nowhere, just existing, but sure. She could play someone's mom. There you go. Dustin Hoffman still acts. He was just in tune. Oh, you know what? Okay, but I could swear he stopped acting. Dustin Hoffman stops acting. Let's see here. Okay, so he chooses supporting or indie film roles now rather than leading major studio roles. That's probably why. I mean, he's also going to be in the new Fockers movie, obviously, right? So what am I fucking talking about? I'm stupid. Don't even fucking listen to me. Betty White had a bad rap as Rose because everyone expected her to take goody two-shoes roles. Ooh, yeah. See, once you get typecast as a particular character in Hollywood, it can be very difficult to get out of that. No, happy to watch the program. Was recommended to me. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see the new Crystal Lake show. I'm curious, I guess, probably more than excited to see what they do with Pamela Voorhees' character. I'm curious if they explore like all the mental psychoses she was going through and how they decide to interpret that, because there's a lot of leeway with that first movie, the first Friday the 13th movie. Like, how can they, update it, I guess, for modern day audience? Like, because they're not gonna. I feel like this show is going to be a little bit more, how do I say, intellectual, highbrow, a little bit, because it is focusing more on Pamela Voorhees and her, kind of mental condition as it degrades over time due to her loss. It's way more like high-minded type of subject matter rather than Jason just going to kill Camper. You know what I mean? It's completely different kind of stuff. Although they're going to toss in some kills in there. Obviously, Pamela is going to start killing people. So you're going to have that stuff. Just it's going to probably be something like a Hannibal, like the Hannibal series, where there's a lot of like, kind of under the surface kind of mental gymnastics kind of stuff, like that kind of. He's also in the new Andy Garcia heist movie that premiered at Cannes. Well, I did not know that. Well, thank you for the tips there. There is a discrepancy as to the father of Jason. Is it a Christie? Is it one of the caretakers, or is it Elias? Elias is briefly depicted in the program. I will leave it at that. Well, I know there's one Elias, that it's not the father.
I didn't even know I was on.
You're on right now.
That was perfectly timed. That was perfectly timed.
We have Mr. K here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna talk about some stuff here tonight, folks. And Mr. K, are you excited?
Well, first of all, it's respectfully, maturely, and professionally, Mr. K. You cannot forget to say that every single time you mention my name. No, and Elias
is your volume a little low, or
is it? Maybe. Let me check the.
That might have been my volume. I think you might be fine. Never mind. Yeah, my volume might have been a little low.
Yeah, I can.
Would love to see Matthew Lillard back and Scream with a TV on his head, like Max Headroom style. Like he just comes back and the TV's his head, and like programs come on the TV.
Wow.
I've seen some people try to say like they want to have Matthew Lillard as Freddy Krueger. That's one that I hadn't seen before.
Get ready, it's coming a lot.
Yeah, and I guess it's because he had the scars in Scream 7. Otherwise, it seems like a very random choice. I could kind of see it, but I don't know. I feel like the character of Freddy Krueger has to be someone creepier. And it's not like Matthew Lillard can't play creepy. He can. I don't know. I just feel like it maybe requires someone with a little bit more verbal acumen. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like someone who has more of a wit to them. You know, so the creep factor plus the wit, I think it kind of goes hand in hand. You need someone who's good with language and can enunciate. Ironically, I couldn't say that. Enunciate things in a witty, clever way that is understandable. I feel like Matthew Lillard's more emotional with his dialogue, not so much, you know, not so much something you can really be like, oh, huh, that was funny. It's more just like his emotion, right? His energy that you're attracted to, right?
Well, if they can't get him back in Scream, they're going to try and push him in something else. I mean, that's
he's already gotten a ton of things. He's in the new Daredevil show. He's in season 2 of that. He played Mr. something or other. He's in the new Carrie TV show that just, the trailer came out about that. So, hey, Billy Judd, Josh Brolin as Freddy. I've seen that fucking AI someone made of Josh Brolin as Freddy. That's ridiculous. Okay. So let's get to, I guess, do you want to talk about the grifters first and then we'll get to the news?
up
You might as well, right?
Sure.
Yeah, let's get to the grifters first. Why not? Let's do this shit. So there is this channel that some of you may know out there, okay? And he does Scream content. And I've followed his content for a while. I mean, he's one of the first creators that you see pop up when you look up Scream content. He's kind of a popular creator in the space. He's got 86,000 subs. And he gets, a fair amount of views. I'd say he gets a good amount of attention on here, right? He has a lot of support, clearly. And something happened to him about a month ago or so. And he lost monetization. Okay. He's lost monetization because of the inauthentic content thing that was going on at the time.
I have to stop you right there. That was not
okay. Or reused content. That was it. Yeah. So he basically he repurposed a lot of already copyrighted content for his own channel, either for shorts or because of his videos. He put in a lot of stuff that was just reusing the same thing. Basically, just it seems like repetitive reused content. That seems like something he was doing. And so he made this whole post, which this guy must have a ton of supporters, ton of actual supporters, for that to be confident that they're going to read all this shit. Like, I don't know what the hell this guy did to get all this support. I really don't. Besides making, Scream videos, which that's got views, which, you can get views from that, but how much actual support is going to stay clinging on to you after you make your videos, right? Apparently a lot, because once this guy put out this post, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. He put out a link to his Patreon. Okay. And, this happens a lot on YouTube. This is not anything that is abnormal for someone to lose monetization and then say, hey, follow me on Patreon. I lost all my monetization here. I'm not getting paid anything, okay, on here. I don't get ad revenue anymore. I don't get, super chats or none of that shit. I don't think he was live streaming, right? This guy doesn't even live stream. And he's faceless. You don't see what he looks like.
You can see the tab. There is no live tab.
Right. He doesn't go live at all. So, he decided to go on Patreon and start, basically start a support base there, which makes sense, right? I can see why he would do that. But my problem comes from the post that he would generate on YouTube to go to his Patreon and say, hey, like, basically he's kind of framing his posts as like, hey, I have a major leak over here. Go to my Patreon to find out, like, all the exclusive new details. Is Matthew Lillard returning for Scream 8? Go to my Patreon. It's like you're going there thinking that you're going to find some like exclusive leaked content that you would find nowhere else. Like, this is how a leaker acts on the internet. someone who gets like exclusive information from like a source. This Beyond the Mask guy, I don't know if he gets any sources from anything. I don't think he does. I'm going to just say blanket statement. He does not. Okay. As far as I am aware, this guy does not receive any leaked information from anywhere. In fact, I may have asked him one time. I think it was last year, maybe. Or it might have been some other channel. Never mind. It might have been some other channel. I'm not going to say that. But this guy does not. I'm going to just say I don't think he receives leaked content. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me on this live stream. Leave a comment down below. If I'm saying something you know to be false, feel free to correct me, and I'll apologize profusely. I will bow to the fact checker of the internet, because you clearly have less of a life than I do. So, you know, he doesn't put up any kind of exclusive, you know, like, oh, there's actual real shit going on here, right? But he claims to know this information. Now, I'm not a Patreon. I'm not a patron on his Patreon. I'm not subscribed there. So I don't really know exactly what he's posting. And when you go to the Patreon, predictably, it's just going to say, you know, pay this tier to, you know, see the new information or whatever, right? Or you'll get like a little preview of the content. Like here, I'll show you exactly what pops up. Is it coming through on your end? What are you doing?
Who?
You.
What am I doing?
Mute yourself.
Okay.
Testing. Yeah, I'm coming through on your end for some reason. You have to fix that. So, yeah, I don't know. Whatever you're doing, just stop it, because you're distracting me. So he basically has like a little preview of the video.
It's too early. Some say it's ridiculous to be posting about news and leaks relating to Scream 8, but the leaks and rumors are starting to flow pretty strongly, with a new alleged release date in mind, a completed script with some minor information on the stages of the movie, and what we can expect next. Without further ado, let's get straight to this.
So he puts the little, like, you know, preview of like what is coming to in his video, but you got to like join his Patreon to unlock the full video, right? And you get however much it's there. His videos are really short. Apparently they're only 4 minutes long, which is like nothing, right? That's like some content you'll be done in like 4 minutes. And I guarantee you this guy doesn't know any exclusive information about Scream 8, because there's very little that has come out about it as of yet. The only thing that we know for sure right now, and even this is subject to change, is that the current writers for Scream 8 are Leela and Nora Zuckerman, and that Scream 8 is basically in development. Now, we don't have a lot to go on, but we have a fair understanding that this is what's happening. Like those are like 90% confirmed at this point, right? It's something that I don't think the studio has actually, you know, come out and really said or spoke about really, but it's you know, it's not like an announcement, but it's something that seems to have been understood by a lot of trades. They've come out about this stuff. So it's something that we can presume to be true. Now, other things like Nev Campbell coming back or Courtney Cox coming back or the story, the setting, all that shit, that is pure speculation, pure rumor mongering. That's all it is. Okay. But this guy, he is making posts on YouTube saying Scream 8 is coming. The script is finished. We have no idea if the script is finished for Scream 8. We just know that there is a script and that it's being worked on by the Zuckerman sisters, as I mentioned before. A release date has been leaked. No, it has not. This is absolutely false. There is no release date. And if there was a release date, after he released this information, quote unquote, a month ago, it would have already been put out there. Okay. You would have already had people talking about it, like on Twitter and in their YouTube videos, like leaked by Beyond the Mask. You know, Scream 8 has been. I can hear my voice coming through your.
Hold on, let me turn the volume down.
You need to figure that out because it's really distracting.
Let me turn the volume. Is this better?
What are you doing now that you're? I can still hear it.
I'm doing nothing different than I used to. The echo canceling's all on. Here, I'll put my headphones back in, but no, I didn't change
Put your headphones back in.
I changed nothing.
Because this will not stand. Okay. This is something that I cannot
I didn't
tolerate.
change shit though.
Mute the YouTube side. That's not the YouTube. I'm hearing him literally like right as I'm speaking. Maybe his YouTube is going on. I don't know.
Oh, I have that off. That's probably. I bet I'll just keep the headphones on. If
I'll tell you what it is. This guy is using some program to come in here. What's the program you're using?
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm
How
just
you coming in here?
I'm on
You don't have any other like what are you using to, for this image that you're putting on the screen?
You just put it on StreamYard.
Usually it comes in a little circle though, like this, right? So how are you getting that where it takes up the full image?
I just upload the image.
To what though?
Right there on StreamYard. The background on StreamYard.
Okay.
Same thing I always do. I change nothing. I check my settings. It could be some kind of bug where it's not registering my noise cancellation.
It might have something to do with that, but usually I don't hear anything on your end. Like you must have changed something or some kind of setting.
I didn't change nothing. It could let me. I did.
It's fine now. It's fine now.
My headphones on.
Yeah, so you might just want to leave it at that because I don't want to talk about this the whole stream. So anyway, getting back to this, he says a release date is leaked. Hasn't been leaked. Nev Campbell is already prepared to return. We have no information on this at all. She hasn't said a thing yet. The only thing we know about Nev Campbell and Scream 8 is that Kevin Williamson said months ago that Nev Campbell had an idea like last year about Scream 8, and that's it. We have no like current information, no up-to-date information on her actually coming back for Scream 8. So he pimps out his Patreon again, right? For people. And of course, he gets tons of likes for this shit, right? Even though he has zero knowledge about any of this shit, I promise you, if you went to his Patreon, you watched this fuck ass video and you paid for the Patreon membership, you got zero information on any of this shit he says here in this title. So this guy is a full-blown grifter. This guy is a liar. He's putting out false, fake information, fake news about Scream to get clicks and views, and he's getting your money for it. So if you're paying him for him to lie to you, you're a fucking idiot. That's all I can say. And there's tons of these posts. He's talking about the Stu Macher alternate ending, which whatever that was kind of talked about. He's talking about the Halloween TV series that was canceled. This one, he says 4 potential candidates have been revealed as possible Scream 8 directors. There are 0 potential candidates as of now. No one official has said anything about a new director for Scream 8. There's been 0 information on that. Now you can come up with possibilities all you want. I could say, I want that one dude to make it. I want Ridley Scott to come in and make it. You know what I mean? Anyone could do that. You can come up with a short list of directors you want to come in. But this guy is acting like it's actual news, like he's getting, information. They've been revealed. Like what? Nothing's been revealed. But who are Paramount closing in on? Nobody is the answer. And who is the right person for the job? Speculative. Join me today as we dissect each director and discuss which has the best potential to tackle Scream, and most importantly, who do Paramount want the most? We have 0 idea who Paramount wants the most. Maybe other than Kevin Williamson, which we already know is not coming back for this. From Leslie Macher to Maureen Prescott's death, Scream 8 may be about to show us some unexplored plot points from the franchise. Today, I break down the top 5 of these that the Zuckerman sisters could finally bring to life. Like, again, he's acting like this is information that's being leaked, right? There's 0 information on this stuff. Well, this is surprising. Scream 8 is going for a completely different approach compared to the films that came before, with a setting we've never seen before and some major plot details that tell us what direction the film will be heading in. Full video below. Go to my Patreon. Pay me $5-10 a month to see it. Here he's talking about the Las Vegas possibility, which again It's just a rumor. No confirmed sources are saying that this is what's actually happening. So he's acting like this is already confirmed. I don't know how people follow this guy and don't call out his shit. I really don't get it. More leaks are emerging about Scream 8 from a new location, returning cast members in a brutal Ghostface attack. Again, we have zero information on any Ghostface attacks for Scream 8. There's nothing. Script details have leaked. No, they haven't. Fake. It's a fake leak. You idiots following this guy, liking his posts and subscribing to his Patreon. You're stupid. I'm sorry. I don't even want you over here because you're too stupid to even have supporting me. Like, how the fuck are people this retarded on the internet? That's what I don't get. You guys remind me of like boomers that like believe everything they see. Like, did you hear that Bart Simpson was the president? It's like, what is wrong with you people? You just believe everything you fucking read. You don't question anything. Zero critical thinking skills from people on the internet. Scream 8 release date and opening scene details. What is this it's complete garbage here. What? There's no leaked release date. The fuck? Nothing. Opening scene. Ain't shit all of that. You tell me what the fucking opening scene of Scream 8 is. You tell me what the leaked release date is. Someone fucking tell me right now if it's on there. Go and tell me. Go prove me wrong. Doesn't he also write bad Scream fan fiction licensed by Paramount? Apparently. I can't even believe they allow that shit to take place, to be honest, and allow him to monetize it.
So no, he's not licensed by Paramount.
I didn't think so. Like,
fan fiction is fan fiction. Studios can't license fan fiction.
Okay, I just took Insomniac's word for it. I didn't. That sounds silly that they would license fan fiction for him. Hey, Taco. Gail getting killed in the opening. Stop. You people just keep spreading shit you want to be true. Who knows what?
Can I get some time here?
Yeah, go for it.
So the first thing I want to do.
Please don't go so in depth about YouTube.
I need to find it real quick.
And like demonetization policies and stuff. That's boring.
Well, I'm gonna have to touch on some of it because that's the root of the problem here and what he's doing.
But just don't go on a whole.
I'm trying to find. Here, keep talking.
People do not have the patience for that. Trust me. Okay.
Keep talking.
Find what I need.
And then he has the gall to post this 5 days ago. Drives me crazy how NECA insists on spurning out pointless Ghostface figures, yet the Scream films are right there. Dude, it drives me crazy how you post fake shit that has been that's not verified by the actual fucking studios. That's what drives me fucking crazy. And this guy is making hand over fist on his Patreon. I don't know. I think I saw one time how many people he's got on there. Like, it's something in like the hundreds. Like, hundreds of people are a patron of his Patreon. I guess it's low enough that it's like $3.50 a month, so it's like not that much of like an invest. But if he can get all you people to come in and support it, that's tons of money in his pocket, right? It just drives me crazy that people can make this much money just fucking lying. And I know it's a lie because nobody is saying, hey, leaked from Beyond the Mask, the release date for Scream 8. That's how I know it's bullshit. I never heard of the studio doing it, but it's not illegal. No, it's not.
I'm ready. So the first thing I just want to say is for anyone out there who's trying to make a YouTube platform or whatever, Patreon's a piece of shit. I just want to make that a public announcement. Use Fourth Wall instead. You can do anything you can do on Patreon, you can do on there, but better. The platform.
Speaking of Fourth Wall, I have a Fourth Wall shop.
Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that. Look at that setup. I set him up, you knock him down. Robin.
Okay.
Wait. Robin, I got it back for you.
Did you see the cable?
I saw in the intro. I saw you put me in there. That's why I decided to throw a cable guy quote. Robin, I got it back for you.
You pay this time, so I'll pay next time.
So yeah, Patreon's a piece of shit. I just wanted to get that out there. Now, this Beyond the Mask guy. So I've been aware of this guy for a very long time. You were right when you said he is kind of one of the original Scream people on here. I want to say I first found him somewhere around 10 years ago. He's been around a while. I mean, you could check his channel about and see how long he's been around, but I want to say he's been, yeah, if you scroll up there on his page, if you click on,
he's been around since 2009. Okay.
Well, he may not have been uploading that far back, but he created the channel. I feel like he's been uploading for probably about a decade, somewhere around there. So I've been aware of this guy for a while. Well, you gonna fucking let me speak? Your audience wants to hear me talk. Not you tell me not to, don't talk about this for too long.
They want you to get to the point.
No, they want to hear what I have to say. So this fucker's been around. I've been aware of him. Now, what I will say, there was a time where he was actually... Now, the very first time you had me on your stream as a guest, we talked about him. He had just put out a video talking about some lines from the Scream 7 script and how they didn't film or they didn't release a scene where Stu talked to Sydney's husband on the video call, and you could tell by the lines that it was Jessica because of what he was saying, that they matched Jessica's reveal at the end. And he put a video out where it made it seem like it was some deleted Stu shit where Stu was going to be in the movie. And then he just revealed, oh no, in the dialogue here, video Stu talks to Sydney's husband. And we talked about it in that stream, how I even said in that, I said, this guy, his videos are kind of clickbaity, right? I said that back then. This was before he got demonetized, right? Even back then, he was doing shit like this. He had very, very misleading videos. And they're short. They are short. They may not even be long enough to serve ad breaks. They might not even be 8 minutes. When you put out a video like that, there's not very much there. And one thing I've heard him say many times in his videos and even in this, plea for financial support, he talks about the real effort he puts into this stuff. Whether it's, the sources he has or the time he spends making the videos. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I'm watching these videos. You have rolling stock footage or images, and you're just talking. And you're talking about nonsense for just a handful of minutes, or you're repeating yourself, or it's nothing like groundbreaking. Like, how is this effort and hard work in videos? Like, it's really not. And it's,
Right.
whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of people that make this kind of content. But the one thing he's known for, and somebody mentioned that in the comment, they said that, the fan fiction, his Patreon, what it used to be was he wrote these Scream fan fiction stories. He wrote like prequel stories about Billy and Stu. He had some creativity, and I know he put a lot of time into that shit, and that's what he was selling on Patreon.
So that's
like,
what he got
stories.
his fan base from, is from
somewhat that? He was doing the Scream stuff before a lot of people were, and he made he did his research. He knows the shit. He talks about scripts a lot, scripts and deleted scenes from scripts, unused scripts. He talks about that a lot, information that a lot of people don't have, and that they find interesting when they learn about it. Like, he had a video talking about how it was originally the intent in the original Scream script where Maureen Prescott had actually basically she groomed Billy and Stu and I guess assaulted both of them. That was something that was going to be originally in one of the scripts. He had stuff like that, and people find it very interesting. But yeah, he did a lot of custom, fan fiction shit like that. And pull this picture up that I have here. I sent this to you before. Okay. This is from a Facebook conversation where I was, laying down the fact that, the whole thing about Stu's family being rich is bullshit. I pointed that out. And then this person, this woman named Avery, responded, Stu grew up upper middle class. His father is a dentist and his mother is a housewife. She writes these factual shit. And I am 90% sure that is his fan fiction. Stu's dad being a dentist. That is not in the films. For as far as I know, no writer ever associated with these movies has ever talked about this.
You know,
this is some of his shit that people have mass consumed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So first off, I would like to thank Gladys for the $20 that you donated. Thank you so much for that, Gladys. Let me play a little clip.
You are a woman. You are to be silent.
And second off, you know, first off, I could totally see that person got that from the Beyond the Mask dude. I could totally see that. Second off, I believe I had an idea like last year, like I don't know if I made like a whole video about this, but it might have been like part of an idea, like a theory that, and this was ambitious. This is way more clever than I thought they were going to go. Than they actually ended up going with Scream 7. Is that there's a lot of fan fiction about Scream on the internet, right? Thanks to this guy and all this other shit. So people write their own fan theories and their own fan fictions about things that could have happened and this and that. Yeah, have a good dinner, Gladys. So that being the case, right? In the world of Scream, where they have the stab movies, let's say everyone had like different ideas for like how everything went down with like, you know, Sidney Prescott and Billy Loomis and all this stuff, right? And every other like Ghostface killer that you know came after, right? And you had someone come in trying to basically rewrite history and make it like a basically make things happen that didn't actually happen, right? Or try to like change reality as we know it now. Like, for example, Stu, you know, dying in the first movie. Well, someone wants to make him actually alive, right? So he didn't die in the first movie. He's actually been alive the whole time. So basically it's someone trying to rewrite history of like all these events that happened in the Scream timeline and trying to rewrite like a new reality, basically. And so that would have been like, you know, what the motive of this new Ghostface would have been. Something way more ambitious than they actually ended up doing. But that's something that I thought would be interesting to tackle for a Scream movie, is taking fan fiction and fan theories and all this stuff and kind of confusing it almost, because this right here creates confusion over what actually happened in the Scream movies, right? People will see that and be like, oh yeah, Stu, he grew up upper middle class. His dad was a dentist, right? They read that and they think it's reality. So that's what someone wants to happen. They want someone to come across this information and think it's real. They want people to believe that Stu's alive. They want people to believe that Sidney's the bad guy and that Billy was a victim or something. You know what I mean?
If you ask like 90% of Scream fans on the internet, and you know, I don't want to brag, but remember our last stream and the conversation we had about which fan base is the dumbest? Your entire stream so far just proves who is the dumbest. People sending this guy money. I mean,
well, there you go.
You
I don't know if I want to plant that at the entire Scream fan base's feet.
You are proving my
definitely
argument.
Definitely a chunk of them for sure. There's more of them. More of them.
If you ask 90% of Scream fans on the internet, they will say, and I have heard this from random channels, they will say that Stu's family is rich, that it is essentially canon in the films, that everyone knows this, that Stu's family had money, old money, right? That is correct? Mm-hmm. Yes, that is correct. Right? you know, right. Stu's a live guy, right? Yeah, there very much is just, you know, believing this nonsense. But so as far as this guy goes, I, like you probably, at least a couple of my accounts have been blocked by this guy. If you want to pull his channel back up, so
what the fuck? How's this shit still up? I stopped sharing it.
I think you got all kinds of problems on your StreamYard.
No, it's your shit. That's the problem. You fucking.
I think you got all kinds of
shit
issues.
Bag.
Just like you had that music problem.
Me and Nicole were hearing your problem. You're the biggest problem in the world right now. Even bigger than the fucking Israel and Palestine, all that shit.
I'll go put my dog. I'll go put my dog away, and we'll go back.
I think they should combine
fence.
forces. I think they should combine forces and nuke your ass.
I'll go put my dog away, and it'll be me and the four of yous. We'll go behind that fence right now.
Yeah.
So this guy, the reason he was demonetized a few months ago is for reused content. Now, they give you some examples of what not to do, right? Now, where I get pissed off, and I've told you this before, because the whole inauthentic content thing, which has now been better explained, I guess, in 3 different buckets, this has been a thing where all year people have been getting hit with this shit. So when this guy makes a post and says, I've been demonetized, everybody, people come on and they go, oh, stupid YouTube, the AI stuff, they confused your channel for AI. And he, even in his post, I don't know, I'm sure he plays the victim. If you want to scroll to that post of his, 20 paragraphs of being demonetized, I'm sure he plays the victim in it, where he says like, YouTube is coming after me, or they weeks ago, YouTube before, I mean, I'm sure he's got shit on there claiming the victim, and the people in the comments are like, oh, I can't believe YouTube's doing this to everyone, bro. They're doing no, they were hitting everyone for inauthentic, not for reused. It's very different. So he was not getting caught in the AI stuff.
What's funny? If you look at his comments for these posts, everyone's saying like, can you just like put it on YouTube? Because they're tired of being fucking grifted.
Right.
Like I even said, dude, stop clickbaiting, but he already blocked me on my one account.
Yeah, he got me on multiple. Now,
he says, look, can you post somewhere where we can listen for free? You have people commenting this shit. Like, why don't you post here anymore? Because he wants money. He wants your fucking money.
Right.
That's why.
And you said this before. A lot of different YouTubers have gone through this phase. In fact, those of us that were around a long time ago, we all went through this back in 2017 when the advertiser boycott happened. We all hit this. We were everyone was essentially demonetized. And we did the Patreon shit.
Here's the thing. I understand like moving a lot of your operations to Patreon if you get demonetized, because the way that creators think about it is like, well, if YouTube's going to shut off the money spigot here, then fuck them. I'm going to take my shit somewhere else. Right. Like I get that mentality. It's like a very spiteful kind of but you're also spiting your viewers, right? The people who actually want to watch your videos and they don't want to feel like they have to pay you just because YouTube fucked you over, because honestly, it was your own fucking fault.
It was
your own fault. It was his fault. So now the viewers have to pay the price for it. So what he could do as a compromise, right, is to release like 1 video on YouTube a week and put the rest on Patreon, right? And say, here's my 1 video a week. Please go to my Patreon if you want to see the other 2 videos I upload every week, because YouTube demonetized me. Blah, blah. I would understand that in that case, right? At least I'd be like, okay, at least he's trying to keep his followers in the loop on YouTube. But it's here, he's like, nah, fuck this. He's just dropping his toys and going to fucking Patreon.
The compromise is typically early access.
Right.
Right. If he would do that, he's got enough people supporting him. Right.
Yeah.
Now,
that would make sense.
Now, here's the thing.
It still wouldn't justify the fake news shit, though.
Oh, we talked about that many months ago, at least 6 months ago, way before he got demonetized. This is a pattern he's been doing for a long time, because he ran out of actual like original creative content that he was making back in the day.
It's funny because there's like literally no Scream 8 news right now, like virtually nothing. Like it's gone completely dry. Scream 7 was like a well of information coming out, right? Like last year, once that trailer dropped, and even before that, there were leaks and rumors. Now it's so dry with Scream 8 stuff that people are basically struggling to put out like new information.
I believe they announced Matthew Lillard and all of the other cameo people officially in the cast about a year before it came out.
Yeah, probably.
So there was a lot of news and stuff people talking
about. That was a way more organized, kind of campaign, I would say, than this.
So here's the thing.
him being demonetized is his fault. And I have pointed it out to him and told him exactly what he did. And rather than him fixing it, he blocked me or deleted the comments, right? So he knows that he can fix his problem. He knows what he did. Now, I'm going to show everybody what he did. Click on that Shorts tab on there. This guy has copied, downloaded, it's called scraping. When you download shit that you don't own from TikTok or Facebook or other YouTube channels and you repost it on here, right? He has dozens of interviews, behind the scenes shit that he doesn't own, that he has not transformed in any way. He has dozens of these videos uploaded, right? YouTube's policies strictly say you cannot scrape shit you don't own and re-upload it onto your channel like it's yours, right? Now, why haven't these been deleted? Is he going to, because he has to delete them to reapply and get back in.
See, and that's the thing. If he does delete them, he loses all that traction he got from them. Because the shorts, if they take off, they never stop taking off, is the thing. Once they get like tens of thousands of views,
he's got a few hundred thousand views out of them,
or even hundreds, or this one's got 1 million, right? He's not going to delete that one.
That one, I'm not sure if that's a scrape.
He ain't deleting that one.
Well, that's the problem. Is what he did was he used a bunch of shit he didn't own for cheap views and cheap traffic, and YouTube said, "Sorry, you're fired." And then he plays victim and says, "Oh, I need you to, pay me money on Patreon so you can watch my, 5-minute yap video with nothing in it." And these people do it, and they don't realize that he's at fault for this, that his laziness and stupidity putting these scraped videos on his channel is what caused this.
And imagine how much more imagine how much more money he could get if he decided to, I don't know, go live and talk to his audience. Instead, he's got this kind of impersonal, kind of removed way of being with his fans.
We talked about this with some other people with what seems to be a very weird effort put in by them, or
like
lack
me.
of effort.
As you can tell, I'm very personal when it comes to live streaming. I talk to people in my chat. I acknowledge people. I say thank you for donating and all this stuff. These people have zero, like, I don't know, just personability.
Well, faceless channels are, faceless channels are a thing.
You can be a faceless channel and still show appreciation to your viewers. It has nothing to do with showing your face. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if he responds to comments or not.
He probably does, but it's very like surface level. But the point is, going live would at least establish that connection. Be like, hey, YouTube demonetized me. Please help out or something, right? But instead, he just posts Patreon, like, here, support my Patreon. It's just, I don't know. To me, it's just the most lazy way of going about it.
Well, I think what
connecting with your audience.
And we are not the only people that have done this. You should have screen recorded Killjoy Jake from his live stream. He went after this guy several times. Recently, when we brought it up. We're not the only person talking about this guy.
I could probably pull that up real quick if I'm scrolling.
It'd be probably hard to find it because it's in a probably hour plus long.
Dude, don't.
Well, the one it was, if you know which one it is, it was near the beginning of one of them. If you know which one it is, but
he privated it, the motherfucker.
What annoys me the most is the way he is acting, like just as someone that spends a lot of time on their content, and it's difficult and time consuming to make.
He privates all his fucking streams. Like, what is with that?
He does?
Yeah. I don't know if he just does it with select ones, like he did with the one that had the timestamp. I could have pulled it up in literally like 5 seconds if you still had it up.
Yeah, I mean, for him to act like those videos are like legitimate work, that's where I get pissed. And I shouldn't even say that. Now, I'm pretty confident that those shorts are the reason why he got busted, because that's something he only recently started doing. That's, you know, all these years he didn't do that, and he was okay for all these years. So I have to assume that's the change. But in his actual videos, he loops the same video footage. And one thing I don't know is I don't know how many of his videos have gotten claimed for the original Scream. That's the thing too. Like, I'm not sure if you get so many videos with the exact same content claimed in it, if that's something that can pop up as a reused violation. If it's the same piece of content, copyright claimed in all of your videos, like not different pieces of not different movies, but the same one. Like if you keep getting hit for this using the exact same source, that could be a reuse trigger. That's possible. And maybe he's reused the same Scream shit in his videos so many times that it finally was like, okay, fuck this guy. He's just reusing this. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening in there.
Who knows? We don't know exactly what the reason is, but let's move on. I want to talk about this Twitter account that is not as big as Beyond the Mask, but they're still an example of how these grifters are all over the place, trying to just feed you fake information, trying to make you believe shit just so they can get some likes and some followers and shit, right? So this person on Twitter called #JusticeForKirby. It's so cringe how they take on these identities on Twitter. Like, I don't know if you think it's cringe. I think it's cringe. It's like, what are you doing?
They literally brought the character back from the dead and put her in a movie. What more justice does she need?
Yeah, what are you, 20 years old? Anyway, they put #Scream8 is in full swing with #Sydney returning as the star. Sorry, MB fans, you lost. I think they're talking about Melissa Barrera, which I don't give a fuck about the whole Melissa Barrera. But they posted like a whole image as if this was like news. Like, look, via Paramount Pictures, Scream 8 in development. Ghostface is preparing to return. Sydney. Ooh, oh my God, Nev Campbell's coming back, right? And I said, where's the proof Sydney's returning to star? Right? Very simple question. They said, in the pudding. I said, nice non-answer. And here's what happened later. Look at this shit. So
did you pick a fight with somebody on the internet?
I know, crazy,
have you
right?
ever done this before?
No, it's the first for me. So this person named Scream with Ryan C. Showers podcast. I don't know if you know who that is, but they're on Twitter. I see them a lot. I think they might leak stuff. Maybe, or I don't know. Anyway, so they said Scream 8 update. Jasmine Savoy Brown is cast in Hadestown on Broadway with shows starting in September. If she has a 4-month contract, Scream 8 likely won't begin production until at least January 2027, despite earlier rumors about filming this fall. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's not that important what this person's saying, but I saw the Justice for Kirby account there. And they said Nev and Isabel may not return after making that post. And I said, didn't you say she was confirmed to come back just the other day? Grifter. You are a fucking grifter. And look, you want to see their response? Look at this response that they gave me. Look at this shit. They said, well, I just got new information. I said, oh, is that so? What was your old information and where'd you get it from? They said the Grapevine. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I believe that's supposed to be the Grapevine. And
that's why I said, are you trying to say the Grapevine? What the fuck were they even trying to say?
Scroll up. Oh, scroll up so I can see the picture of that person.
What?
The Justice for Kirby. Just scroll.
It's just that actress.
Yeah, it's probably some guy from Pakistan.
It might be. So like, then they made it. Then they made another post saying #Scream8. Isabel May and Nev Campbell won't be returning to the franchise for the 8th film. Isabel is signed on to another project during the same time Scream 8 is set to film. Nev is demanding a $7 million payday or more. She already got that. I'm pretty sure she already got like $10 million for Scream 7.
Yeah, that's some bad English there.
Yeah, and Spyglass are cheap to pay. Our final girl. You mean our?
There's some pretty bad.
And I said,
English.
LMAO, there's no factual confirmation of this being true either.
Listen, Muhammad, if you're listening, you got to do a little better.
Like, look at this shit. This person just posts the absolutely just most ridiculous nonsense, and people just follow it and believe it, I guess. So that's the kind of grifters I came across in the Scream community. I see that many people really care about this. So we can move on to the next subject. Let's see here. Let's see. So someone posted this. I don't know if you've heard of this guy. His name is Screamer. I don't know. I guess he screams in bed or something. So he says, alert, these are rumors. Viewer Anon and Daniel RPK have already released news that didn't come to pass. The film world is like that. So an anonymous source leaked the entire script of Scream 7 on Twitter. Be careful with those who don't want you to know the news from any profile other than their own. So this guy is basically warning people not to believe, these fake people on the internet, giving examples of how people have failed to, to reach their commitments, right? So just thought that was worthwhile to share. Someone made a Scream 8 poster. London calling, Ghostface is calling. Here's my concept poster for a London-based Scream 8. So, I mean, they really did Courtney Cox some favors with this image of her. She doesn't look that old anymore. Wow. Nev Campbell looks fine, I guess. What is it? Is this supposed to be like a pen? Is this a knife?
It's a knife mixed with
It looks
the big
like
Ben
looks like
top.
one of those pens, like a cursive pen.
It's absurd. I just want to make the point real quick.
Your knife, sir.
When I was talking about the Beyond the Mask guy, here's the thing. In his post and everything, people are saying, when are you going to get your videos back on YouTube? And he's saying, I'm working on that. I'm talking to people. I'm planning on it. I want to be back on here.
Yeah.
But he's not deleting the reused videos that he's going to have to delete to reapply. And he knows this because I pointed this out to him. In order for him to get back into the partner program, he's going to have to.
He doesn't have to do it because he has Patreon.
Right, but I'm saying he's telling the people that he wants to, right? He's lying to them like, well, just support me on here for now.
Well, he's already lying to them about
He's like,
Scream 8.
just temporarily, this is temporary. I'm going to come back on here, but he's not doing the things he's going to need to do to get back on there, right? So he's never going. So they're going to have to keep sending him the money. And it's just, that's the real dishonesty.
Yeah. So as for Scream 8, this may or may not actually be the case, but people are saying that Isabel May and Jasmine Savoy Brown, they're busy this fall with other projects, which means that Scream 8 will probably be filmed next year. Now, could they actually still film Scream 8 this fall, like in between these projects or after them? Probably, sure. But I would also think it's not just the actual filming part. It's like the whole marketing tour and that whole thing. Like it's kind of like a whole thing. They probably contract like 2 or 3 months of stuff to be done, and they kind of do it all in that amount of time. So like probably interviews and shit like that. You know what I mean? That probably get filmed like ahead of time. So I don't think this is something they're going to be doing right away. And they probably these actors, they probably have other commitments, and I think it's probably too early for them to just already start another Scream. I think you're working around a lot of people's schedules, right? And Scream 7 literally like just came out, like not just like yesterday, but relatively speaking, to go right from the end of one film to another, like almost right after, within a couple of months, is insane. You don't do that unless the people getting paid are getting paid like, tens of millions of dollars, right? Like we're talking Avengers level shit. We're talking actual Marvel stuff. This is not the same thing as, it's not even close to be on the same level as that. Okay. These actors, I guaranteed, are probably getting paid like a couple of $1 million, if that. So, yeah. I think it's probably going to be filmed next year if they proceed forward and things don't get delayed. It does take a while, I think, for production to fully get into high gear. Plus, they're probably still ironing out that script. They don't even have a director yet. There's a lot of moving pieces here that need to get worked out. And for them to not even release a director yet, and it's not even like it's almost August, and they released the writers like 2 months ago now. It's not a good sign. Not a good sign.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's all been leaked. I mean, if anyone wants to know the details,
just go to Beyond the Mask.
Patreon.
He leaked all this information already.
Just go to Beyond the Mask Patreon, and you'll find everything you need.
Yep. So, okay. Did you hear about the Jared Leto criminal sexual conduct claims?
I saw something, but I didn't really look at it.
The only thing I'll say about this, I'm not going to get into it too much, but basically, this is something that has kind of been like one of those poorly kept Hollywood secrets for like years, and it's been kind of well known. Like people have talked about this for like at least a decade or 15 years or so.
About this guy?
About Jared Leto, saying he's a creep, that he's abused women, underage girls, stuff like that. So here's the thing: he has this band, and
30 Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars. That's it. Yeah, that's
it?
the band. Yeah, and he does like tours like all around the world, right? And with these tours, like he has fangirls that come and like, yay, Jared Leto, right? And for whatever reason, out of all the women there, he picks the underage ones to go meet him in his dressing room, and then he sexually assaults them at his hotel room and all this stuff. Like this has been reported by multiple accounts over the years, and there's also verifying documents like an NDA that he tried to get one of the young underage women, underage girls, I guess, to sign, but they didn't sign it. So, and they verified this basically, I guess, with the police or something. Anyway, so as of right now, I don't think there's any formal charges being pressed against him, which is kind of weird. Like you would think he would have been arrested already, or at least they would attempt to arrest him. I don't know. People are just coming out with accusations, but I don't know if there are any formal charges are actually being pressed or if they're just not arresting him. But it's weird how this is all just coming out like right now. Like all the trades are picking this up, right? If IGN is talking about it, that's how you know it's like everywhere right now. This is a big topic. And he just came out as Skeletor in Masters of the Universe. His career is still going strong. He's not the best actor. He's not even in the best movies, but none of this has touched his career at all, clearly, right? But I'm curious if now is the time when all this is coming to light and everyone is focused on it, if his career is going to become in jeopardy at some point. I thought he liked hot dogs.
Yeah, that's I feel I don't know if I ever heard anything about this until now. I don't know if I remember hearing anything about this. I remember that one guy, what was his name?
Army you thought he was gay?
It was that guy Army
Hammer.
Army
Hammer.
People or something like
yeah, he had like the weird kinks or whatever. Yeah.
I remember that, but I don't know if I ever heard about this guy doing this shit before.
Yeah, so the BBC did the investigation, the investigative journalism on this. They saw photos and messages that corroborate the women's accounts, as well as the NDA that Leto sent one woman. 4 women accused Jared Leto. So, and that happened when they were teenagers. Some of them as young as 16, I think, or 14. Some of them seem pretty young. So, and then apparently he told one of the girls, like, it's okay, we're in Europe, it doesn't matter. And age is just a number. He said a lot of really gross things. So I feel like this is going to have some impact on his future as an actor, because once you start going in all the trades, I feel like that's the time when it starts getting serious, right? I don't think this is going to come and go that easily. He's going to start having to pay the piper. Tony Romo got a DUI, which is not movie related, so we're not going to talk about it. Do you watch any of these movies from Robert Eggers?
No.
Okay, well he did like Nosferatu, and he did the Lighthouse, and a bunch of these other black and white type movies. He did what's that one movie with the evil ram creature and the family in the woods? I saw that recently. What the fuck was it called? It's like his original film that he made. Shit. If someone could guess it in the chat, please say it, because I forgot the fucking title of that movie. But so anyway, he's coming out with a new movie called Werewolf. Right? He's trying to do like all the typical Hollywood monsters type stuff because he's kind of a horror director, I guess. And this is the poster. This is the first poster for Werewolf coming out this Christmas Day. Get your haunt on, your gothic haunts on this Christmas Day. And this is the first poster. I'm going to say I'm not a fan of the poster. Like, I get the idea behind it, but I feel like the whole point of a poster is to kind of excite people and make them want to see your movie and think it's cool or badass or something. And it's like, this guy just looks like he's in pain. Looks like me on like a day when I have a bad back problem, Like, how about him standing there in like full wolf, like transformation mode, right? That would be badass with like the moon right there. That would be cool. But here it's like he's like writhing in pain, Not a fan. Not a fan of that poster. Willem Dafoe's in it. Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's going to be the werewolf. Heard the rumors. Okay. Well, rumors are just that, Bill. Rumors. Until it's Beyond the Mask leaks it, then it's real. We have news here about, well, it's more like I wouldn't say this is news, but it's just something that made headlines, I guess. So the Devil's Mouth director, Jeff Wadlow, he says he would love to direct a Nightmare on Elm Street film, the new Freddy movie. He says, "Oh my God, I love Freddy. Who wouldn't want to do that?" Yes. Wadlow says Freddy's dream world offers limitless possibilities while maintaining a real danger, calling Wes Craven the master of making those stakes work. So let's see here. Not really a fan of werewolf movies. Me neither. I'm not really a werewolf movie fan that much. Okay, so he did Imaginary and The Devil's Mouth, starring Catherine Newton. Do you know what The Devil's Mouth is?
Heard of it. I feel like that's a term, a lot of stuff.
Oh, so this movie is coming out this year. It's Catherine Newton. She's like in a cave and there's like a shark in the cave and she's like with a bunch of her friends. Yeah, I've seen the trailer of this. This looks interesting. I wouldn't say it looks like amazing, but it looks entertaining enough, Probably similar to that Primate movie that came out earlier this year. Probably very similar to that, actually. I don't know why this guy specifically got asked about Freddy. It just seems kind of random, but we have to talk about it a little bit because it got brought up on one of these horror news sites. So I don't know if that's like a possibility of something that could happen, but yeah, Rachel can't wait to see that. She loves Freddy Krueger.
I didn't see Rachel on the comments on my shorts. I don't know if she found them.
She doesn't like you. She
commented on something else on my channel, but she didn't find.
Probably said you were a freak weirdo and should,
nope, she
hack
didn't.
your shit up.
She showed support.
Okay, sure. Anyway, American Horror Story season 13. We'll talk about this a little bit because I know Dickless over here doesn't have any opinions on it. So apparently this was merch received by the cast and crew of American Horror Story season 13 to celebrate the end of filming. And it's possible to see a possible spoiler from an embroidery on a backpack featuring a witch with the devil himself in the cauldron. And this strengthens once again the theory that the villain of American Horror Story Season 13 will be Lucifer himself. So pretty neat logo, actually. I like the artwork here. Very kind of cartoony, because something you might see in one of those evil books, you know? But why is the devil in the cauldron is my question. So he's in the cauldron, the witch is stirring it, and the devil looks like he's struggling. He's like, ah, right? And you got skulls and bones there, the fire. So she's cooking up the devil? Like what's going on here? This is weird to me because I thought the devil made like deals with witches and they kind of work together, like on the same team. But then you also have to remember in Apocalypse, that stupid season, they apparently met with the Antichrist and they were enemies. I guess they were enemies or something. I have to go back and watch that season because I totally forgot most of the shit that happened. But I'm pretty sure like he was the enemy in that season. Then they had to kill him because he was so evil and he wanted to kill everyone. But anyway, American Horror Story Season 13 has wrapped. It's over. I put out a video nobody watched yesterday about it. And yeah, I guess now we all just have to wait until it comes out. Ryan Murphy did reveal that this season will not be the final season of the series. He said this is not the end, and there's probably more on the way. But I mean, basically, this series can keep going forever. There's no reason that this series has to stop when you think about it. It's a relatively high rating show. Every season is its own thing, right? So they can make a completely different thing next season if they want to. Focus on something completely different if they want to. There's no real reason, unless the ratings just tanked completely, there's no reason for the series to end. Ryan revealed that the symbolism of the number 13 inspired a major tribute to the fans, and that's why he created the season, bringing back characters, aesthetics, music, and the most iconic costumes from the franchise, which is pretty cool. I am excited to see a return to form of like a lot of the earlier aesthetics of these seasons because I feel like they were more real. I felt like they were more just like lived in places that felt more realistic. So I'm kind of excited for that. Here's something I also saw. So this is just crazy. I've never seen this before. So there was some news some months back that each episode of American Horror Story Season 13 is going to be like about 22 minutes long, 22 to 25 minutes long, something like that. Right. And everyone was like, what? No, we don't want that. We want long form, long episodes so we can sink our teeth into, the character development and the story and all that. Right. Well, apparently, and this is from American Horror Source, which they seem to be pretty, reputable. American Horror Story Season 13 will premiere September 24th with 3 episodes, followed by 3 new episodes the following week. So with only 13 episodes, that's like what? 4 or 5 weeks of episodes coming out? What is that? Yeah, it's like 4 weeks. I don't know if they're going to show like 4 episodes the last week or leave the last episode to the week after. So it could either be 4 or 5. But this is so strange. So how is this going to work? Are they just going to like release them like one after the other? Or is it going to be like on certain days, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something like that? Like what's the release schedule going to be like? I mean, I guess it says September 24th. So that day, just 3 episodes. So I guess you can stream them right away on, Hulu. I guess if you have Hulu, that makes sense. But what if you don't have Hulu and you're just watching FX? Do they just put them one after the other? Like episode 1, 2, 3. So it's like an hour and a half kind of string of episodes. Like, it's so strange to me. I don't understand how that's a thing, but that's apparently what they decided to do. I've only watched the first 2 series of American Horror Story. Well, watch more of them. God damn it. I need more people to watch this show. At least watch up to the 5th season. After that, they get a little sketchy. Other Mommy is a movie that's coming out this October. Apparently, it's based on a book. Everyone had a lot of opinions about the trailer. And I mean, my opinion was it looked creepy. People were comparing it to Coraline because the mother is like not the mother. It's like some fake version of her or something, some monster or whatever. So it's got a lot of Obsession vibes, honestly. You know, very similar to Obsession. Obsession, like, you know, it's like it's not really Nikki, it's a monster Nikki. Like, it's similar to that. So I think it's kind of gonna ride the coattails of that. Do you remember when everything was like trying to be like The Substance? Or like every movie that came out after The Substance is like, it's like The Substance meets this movie. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you're hearing that now with fucking Obsession.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, now everything is being compared to Obsession. Like, it's like Obsession, but this.
It's like Obsession, except it's absolutely nothing like Obsession.
It's similar in a way. Apparently, it's been rated R for some bloody violence and language. Ooh, we got to see some blood in this shit. It's not just some haunting bullshit. We got to see some blood. Shit. But yeah, it's, you know, I don't know if anyone knows the story of this book that it's based on, but my guess is the people who love the book are going to say, the book was better. And they raise their pinky while they're drinking their tea. The book was better. Anyway, let's see here. Do you want to watch that one trailer for the Below?
The new trailer for Scream 8 that Beyond the Mask has.
Yeah, that one.
Patreon.
No, let's watch the trailer for Below. Might as well. It's coming on Netflix. And let's just give it a chance.
I spent my whole life underwater.
Hey! Such a gorgeous spot you got here. Sure, who'd want to live anywhere else?
We've noticed some unusual activity in these waters recently.
There's something out there. It's coming.
Back from the water! Stay back from the water!
So it's basically like Jaws, but with like Cthulhu
Is it like
or some
Jaws?
shit.
Do we know what this thing in the water is?
We don't know what it is. That's the whole fucking point, you fucking jabroni.
Well, in Jaws, there was a giant shark on the poster.
Listen, you're gonna need a bigger house because this house is just, it's not big enough for this water.
Oh,
So
I did want to point one thing out, or ask you a question. At the
What?
beginning of the stream, did I hear you say that Josh Hartnett transitioned to horror in 40 days and 40 nights?
30 days? 30 days.
Or regardless of whether it's 30 or 40.
30 days.
I think you maybe can.
No,
No,
I
it's
wasn't.
40. It's 40 because it's Lent. That's a Catholic thing. But
No,
wait a second.
that was a rom-com.
Right. I heard you said like.
I'm not saying that movie.
Oh, okay. I
30
thought I heard
days.
you say he transitioned to horror.
30 days and 30
in that,
nights.
Yeah, it's 40, but
Anyway, it looks like a whale to me, this creature, doesn't it?
oh, I didn't see the creature in the.
Or is that the boat? Never mind,
Yeah,
that's the boat.
boat.
I thought that was the creature, like it was a whale.
I like how they're trying to hide.
Yeah, so we don't know what this creature is. It's probably some weird Cthulhu creature or something.
Probably nothing. It's probably his fucking head.
It better not be fucking nothing. Like,
Well,
it's
it
just
probably
invisible.
is.
No. But anyway, I'm down to watch
Unusual.
this. Apparently, I think this is a limited series.
No.
I'm not.
Is it?
Or maybe it's a movie.
I
don't know.
actually watch miniseries. I don't believe that. That looks like a movie to me.
Well, maybe it's a fucking movie.
Let's see.
No fucking no. Jamie, have you seen Ready or Not 2? I saw it. I thought it was okay. I give it a 3 out of 5.
It is a miniseries. I'll be damned.
Oh, it is. I was right.
Josh Hartnett and Natasha
He's
Henstridge
good.
is in it.
He's good.
Natasha,
I saw him. I saw him in the that movie with that M. Night Shyamalan made called
Well,
Trap.
he's very well known in the horror community.
Years
for
ago?
Faculty. The Faculty.
The Faculty. Yeah, he was good in that
That's
too.
But it is a miniseries. It has Natasha Henstridge, the Species babe from the 90s, the Species movies.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. You don't think
Yeah,
it's
I'll end up
weird
watch-
that
I'll
you
end
don't
up
think it's
watching that.
you don't think it's weird that they're gonna air 3 episodes of American Horror Story every week? 3 episodes.
So how many weeks is it going to be? Like 3?
What's the point? Why don't you just make the episodes an hour and a half long? Like, what? Are they trying to like account for the TikTok audience with no attention span? Like, what is that? I don't know. Okay, I got to talk about this. I know it's not horror focused, but I don't care. Did you guys hear what is weird about that? Okay, how many times do you see a show come out with 3 episodes every week? You gonna say that's normal? That happens all the time? Stop it. Either it's a streaming series and they drop the whole season all at once, right? Or they do 1 episode a week, typically, right? Tell me when they show 3 episodes of a show every week. I'll wait. Smart ass. Tired of everyone whining. Bitch, I'm gonna whine about whatever the fuck I want to whine about. It's not even whining, really. It's just noting something peculiar. The fuck are you talking about? I can say whatever the fuck I want about it. I can have an opinion about it. I can be like, it's weird. That's not even a complaint. You know what? Great. I get to see 3 episodes of American Horror Story every week. It's still weird, though. You freak. Who are you trying to be? You trying to be Robert Downey Jr.? You'll never be as cool as him. Stop it. They usually drop 1 week, not 3. Thank you, Rachel. See? Anyway. So this stupid fucking idea that Macaulay Culkin had like last year, he said on some fucking podcast or some show or interview or something, he said he had an idea about a new Home Alone movie. I don't know if he was smoking weed, he was token of the weeds or something when he had this idea, but his pitch that I can only assume he came up with like on the toilet is that he was a single dad, right? So basically Kevin McAllister grows up, becomes a father. He's a single father. Maybe his wife died or left him or something. Who knows? We don't really know that. But he gets locked out of the house by his estranged son, who's probably, Kevin's age from the original movies, right? That's the only way it would make sense. If the guy was like, if the kid was like 20 years old, I think it would be a less endearing kind of film. But this still is strange. So he says the house is a sort of metaphor for our relationship. So basically his son sets up all these traps for his own father to go through because the father's trying to get to his kid in the house. And he's going to, suffer all these traps in the house. And this was the most terrible fucking idea. And I feel like all these news outlets they're literally talking about it everywhere now, right? Because some podcaster came out with some information. They said they saw Macaulay Culkin on the set of what was it? Disney, Warner Brothers? There's some fucking Disney. Okay, sorry. So he met with Disney. Apparently, he talked about his Home Alone idea with Disney, and Disney is very interested in the idea. Apparently, I don't know why. He's not a writer, right? Macaulay Culkin's not a fucking writer. He's not a director. He's none of these things. He's just an actor. Okay, and actors have stupid, harebrained ideas about shit. They're dumb. Okay, let's just be real about it. They're good at one thing, acting. They're not good at coming up with ideas for shit. Sorry, they're not. Most of the time, these actors don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And I'm sorry, this is a terrible, terrible fucking idea. I talked about it once in a video. I made one video about this on my channel. And I'm going to still adhere to that thought process. It's a terrible idea because literally the movie makes no sense. Are you there?
Yeah, I saw an amazing trailer. I think it was maybe fan made or something. I know he's filmed multiple things over the years regarding Home Alone. But
well, those are advertisements he's doing for companies because he wants to get some of that money. Some of that Home Alone money. He's coasting off of his Home Alone image.
I saw a great trailer that it was like a concept trailer for Kevin was like a burnout and Harry and Marv came back for him to get his parents. I think maybe his dad had died. But basically, he was like a real, like, almost badass type that was now gonna. And Harry and Marv.
Yeah, that's a stupid trailer someone made. It doesn't matter.
What I saw was awesome.
That's a fan. Okay,
it would have been an amazing idea to turn Home Alone.
Okay, great. That's a fan idea. We're not talking about that. We're talking about like real news that's happening. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's not really news. It's not going to happen.
It is real news. What are you talking about? He met with Disney. It's real news. Yeah.
No, it sounds stupid.
Insomniac is saying, sounds like Culkin wants a big payday from Nostalgia Hollywood. And I think that's absolutely true. And it's strange because I feel like years ago he took this stance where he's like, I'm only going to be in certain projects because, I don't like what Hollywood did to me. And, that my dad, took advantage of me and all this stuff. And I just want to only be in the most indie of indie projects ever or whatever. And now he's everywhere. He's as an adult, he's totally sold out. And it's like, could they not get like a writer to come in and do like a Home Alone script that's a better story than this? Like, this is like, I get the idea and I guess points for creativity or whatever, but it's only good on paper. This is not something that could be good in an actual movie because he has no reason to still be going into the house, right? Unless the kid literally locks him inside, which is impractical. I feel like he could get out of the house if he wants to get out of the house. He could go next door. He could call the police. We have cell phones now, right? They didn't have that in the early 90s. I mean, they did, but they weren't quite that prevalent, right? We have cell phones. We have all this technology now. He could literally just call the police and say, hey, my kid's kind of acting up. I need a way to get into the house. We need to contain him. Maybe call a doctor to contain his mentally ill son. Yeah, my son is mentally ill. He's cracked. We set traps all over the house. It's abusive. Arrest the kid, whatever the fuck they have to do.
He set traps. He's talking about Stu being alive. He's crazy.
Yeah. And then at the end we find out that his son is Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard's kid. His real Matthew Lillard shows up. That's my son.
So anyway. So it just doesn't make sense like why he would be trying to get the reason the burglars were trying to get into the house is because they wanted the loot. They wanted to get the bag, right? And they weren't going to let a little kid stop them. Completely different dynamic to this, right? If he's trying to get the welfare of his kid under control, there's no reason he wouldn't call the cops or go to the next door neighbor. There's no reason, right? I'm just sorry. The burglars had a very good reason not to call the police, right? It's quite obvious one. They're breaking the law, whereas Kevin McAllister would not be breaking the law to call the police because his kid's acting up, correct? So it just would be so stupid of an idea. Plus, it's like the whole idea of why you root for Kevin in those movies is because the burglars are the bad guys. In this movie that he's proposing, we're meant to feel sorry for Kevin, who's trying to get to his kid, get into the house and talk to his kid. And so that puts the audience at a kind of a strange disadvantage, where now it's like, okay, who do we root for in this scenario? Are we going to root for Kevin? Are we going to root for the piece of shit kid who's setting all these traps for his fucking father? I'm not going to root for that shit kid. Right? And would I be rooting for Kevin, who's too stupid to call the police? It would be a terrible fucking movie. I'm sorry. It would be fucking awful. Yeah, CPS. There you go. He literally calls CPS on his own kid. Hey, Tia, what's up? So, does anyone agree that this would be a terrible? Does anyone agree this would be a terrible fucking idea? Like, for all the reasons I just explained.
I hope everyone enjoyed that laugh.
Anyway, I've just seen this everywhere, and I had to comment about it again because it's just ridiculous. Oh my God. Macaulay Culkin, keep snorting that hash or smoking that weed, whatever you're doing. Just stay away from the writer's room, please. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea about storytelling. We need a villain, okay? We need to know that there is a villain that we can root against and laugh at when they get maimed. If we like Kevin and care about Kevin, we're not going to laugh when he gets hurt by a trap that his own son set up. It's sick. Macaulay Culkin, I believe you have father issues you need to work out in therapy.
I'd probably watch it.
Not make movies about it. Fucking weirdo. This is not how you hash out your demons, bro. That's not even Dimension. It's going to be totally woke and gross. Dimension?
We forgot to invite.
What are we talking about? Batty? Fuck Barry. He's a cuck anyway. They were stupid criminals too. Yeah, they were bumbling criminals. And they were funny. They were funny to laugh at, right? And you laugh when they got their comeuppance thanks to Kevin's traps. So it's like one of these things where we need to be able to root for the kid. And we're not going to be able to do that if Kevin's getting hurt. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work like that. Some other news that came out. Paramount might be quietly gauging demand for Dexter Original Sin Season 2 and a Trinity prequel. Did you ever watch Dexter?
I did not.
You're such a fucking chode.
Well,
what is wrong with you? Have you not watched any of this shit?
I don't watch Dexter. Sorry, I never have.
You never watched Dexter. This guy's never watched Dexter.
I haven't.
It's funny because I'm not excited about American Horror Story Season 13 anyway, because the rest of the seasons after 4 were awful. The only thing I want to see is Jessica Lange. Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree. I thought Hotel was okay. Yeah, it definitely had its moments that it was good. But yeah, a lot of that season was like, ugh. Roanoke was fine for what it was, I guess. I probably wouldn't go back and watch it though. 1984 was entertaining, although it was just kind of a nothing season. Apocalypse was that was a travesty. I hated that season. But anyway, with Dexter, I don't think there's any need for a Trinity prequel series. See, here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, okay? When it comes to branding, shows, movies, productions, whatever. A lot of this stuff coasts on the brand, okay? The brand here in this case is Dexter. Dexter is a strong brand, a strong property, okay? It's a strong IP, like Avengers, like Spider-Man, like The Matrix, like, what's popular? Back to the Future, right? Strong IPs, strong brands, right? They're very popular with a certain subset of an audience out there. So the thing about Dexter is that it's very widely popular, right? Even if you don't you don't remember or know all the characters from the past show or even this current show or, the characters that may have died in the past, or remember everybody. You still remember one character, Dexter. Now, Trinity, the Trinity Killer, was one killer in one season of the first Dexter show. In order for a Trinity prequel show to be popular, everyone would have to remember the Trinity Killer. They'd have to remember that he was, a really big bad kind of killer from the show, which hardcore Dexter fans definitely know. But the mainstream audience, they'll be like, who the fuck is Trinity? What's this? They're not going to remember everything, right? It's kind of like what I was talking about the other week when we were talking about hardcore Scream fans and casual Scream fans. They're not going to remember every killer, every little name that comes up in these series. They have a very casual relationship with the franchise. So with Dexter, it's like you come out with a Trinity prequel series and people are like, what's Trinity? Is it related to something? And they're like, oh, it's a Dexter show, right? But they're not going to get that unless it says like, Dexter Origins Trinity or something like that. It'd have to have the name Dexter somewhere for it to be seen as a Dexter show. Plus, without Dexter there, because we know Dexter doesn't meet Trinity until later in life, right? So they would presumably have a Trinity show when he was like, I don't know, in his younger life in the 80s or something like that. So I don't know if like maybe they're thinking Dexter Original Sin would play into Trinity, or if because they're trying. I could see what they're trying to do. They're trying to set up like a whole cinematic universe here for Dexter, where it's like you have Dexter Original Sin, Dexter Resurrection, Trinity prequel. You have a whole bunch of different projects going around.
Yeah, the whole thing I'll say about that.
But I don't think. Last thing, I don't think Dexter is strong enough of a property to start this kind of, entertaining these projects. Go on.
That is the one thing I've noticed about this. Dexter is it seems like it's turning into The Walking Dead. There's like 50 spin-offs and
thank you, Rachel, for the gold coins,
sequels and all kinds of shit. And for somebody that might be considering getting into watching Dexter, they're probably not gonna. Because when you bombard people with that much shit, it gets pretty intimidating. To try and
it's a lot. If you never got into that original show, and you're trying to catch up now, it's a lot. I could see it's a lot to try to get into. I'm actually kind of shocked that Dexter Resurrection was as successful as it was, because it kind of requires a lot of like previous knowledge of the original Dexter show that ended like 15 years ago now. So it's kind of like, it speaks to the brand's longevity that it's still popular to this day. But I wonder how long they can keep that kind of popularity going, Season 4 already gave the entire backstory Trinity, no further content needed. Right. I don't think it's necessary, Plus, you don't have Dexter in it unless they're going to try to factor in Dexter Original Sin into the Trinity prequel, which is strange because he doesn't meet Trinity until later. So what are you going to do to retcon this? Like, is Trinity just going to be killing people like a motherfucker the whole time? And Dexter's not going to know why because he hasn't met him for like another 10 years? Like, what? You know what I mean? It's just something that would be a very strange kind of thing for them to try to do. But Dexter Original Sin has been canceled. It had one season. It's not getting another for now. But this person still posted about it as if it's a possibility. I liked Original Sin enough. I didn't think it was amazing, but it was good enough for what it was. It felt like the original Dexter show, which is, I guess, kind of a testament to it. It felt familiar. Felt like I was back watching that original show to some degree. This more recent Dexter Resurrection show feels more like an update, like a modern Dexter. It still kind of feels like the original show, but it feels like it's been updated quite a bit. Anyway, enough Dexter talk. I'm going to watch Dexter when it comes out. Dexter Resurrection. I think it comes out in, let's see here. Dexter Resurrection Season 2 release date. Late 2026. Says October. Okay, whenever the fuck it comes out, I'm gonna watch it. I did a bunch of videos on Dexter Resurrection last year. Is the original series good? Yes, it is. I would say that it starts getting like really good in like season 2. The first season's kind of like it's just kind of just getting started, so the pace is not, it's not everything it could be until season 2. And then season 3, and then season 4 is what a lot of people consider to be like the pinnacle of the series. After that, it kind of falls off, and then the last season is seen universally as like the worst, and the ending of that season is seen as like the worst, one of the worst endings ever to a show. So there's your little summation. My concern is that it seems like it's going to be a major messy disaster. How on earth are you going to close all the stores of all 12 seasons? I don't think they're going to try doing that. I think they're going to try to touch on some of the arcs, right? From some of those characters. Like, do you remember Spider-Man? The one that's called is it No Way Home?
I have no knowledge.
Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes. Okay. Okay, so the Spider-Man where he met all the previous Spider-Men. So he met Tobey Maguire, he met Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, right? All the versions of Spider-Man basically converge. And you get little touches of like their arcs from their specific movies. And they kind of like resolve them kind of like neatly in like a nice little bow, but they don't get like too in depth about it, right? They just kind of touch on it a little bit. That's what I think they're going to do for this season of American Horror Story. You're going to see the characters. You're going to touch on, you know, some of the struggles they went through, the arcs, and they're going to try to like tie those up for, you know, each one. I think for the most part, a lot of the characters had their arcs. And so it probably won't be that difficult to tie them up again, right? Because a lot of these people have like died. They went to hell, you know? And so if they just get like resurrected and then go die again, that's not really, you know, much to tie up, right? We kind of go over like their history a little bit, like, oh, you remember that thing you went through with Cordelia and this and that? You know, little things like that. They'll touch on it and then they'll probably like wrap it up pretty quickly, if I have to guess. Yeah, like Far From Home. No Way Home. Far From Home is the one where he went to like France, I think. Yeah, he went to France in that one, and he met what's his name, the guy with the helmet, Mysterio. That was it. I just want to say I love Lang, but all our characters are dead. Yeah, well, they're going to resurrect some of them. Some people are very like are in disbelief about it. They're like, they're not going to resurrect Fiona. She's dead. She's in hell. They're going to resurrect her. That she's going to come back somehow. Listen, they brought people back from hell before. This is nothing new for American Horror Story. They've done it at Apocalypse at least like 2 times, right? They're going to do it again. And all these characters are going to converge there at that building for whatever reason. I've said before, I think those doors in the building are going to be like doorways to different hells. And so they come through the doors from those hells and they interact with people within the building. And that's like where they're stuck. It's kind of like when people die in American Horror Story in like a house and they're confined to like the limits of the house. Kind of like that. Like they're confined to the building. That's just what I think right now. I don't even have a trailer yet, so I'm just guessing. Naughty Pine? Smells like Naughty Pine in here. Yeah, I don't follow the series after season 4. I got really sick of it. So yeah, so if you're going to watch this upcoming season, you're going to have to get acquainted at least a little bit with Apocalypse. Like either watch like a recap or just watch the season, because I don't think you're going to get a lot of this season if you don't watch that. I should probably watch a recap before I get into it, because I don't remember a lot of the shit that went down in that season. From what I recall, it's a lot of zany off the wall shit. They literally have like android robots in there. They have like, you know, scientist nerd guys. It's really weird shit. They fight, you know, this Lucifer, not Lucifer, what's his name? The guy who's like the Antichrist kid, right? He's like, I guess he's the son of what's her name? Jessica Lange's character in season 1. What was my favorite? Probably Freak Show or Asylum. One of those seasons. Yeah, her name was what the fuck was her name in the first season? Constance, that was it. Constance Langdon. And then Evan Peters played Tate Langdon. Evan Peters also coming back in a bunch of different roles. He's probably going to come back as Tate. James Patrick March, Kai Anderson. He's going to come back as a bunch of different characters. Same as Jessica Lange. Same as Sarah Paulson. Thaisa Farmiga is out. Lily Rabe is out. Finn Whitrock is out. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. Yes, Constance. Freak Show was great. Stinking loved both of those seasons, Asylum and Freak Show. Yes, definitely those 2 seasons are my favorites. I heard that Ryan Murphy told her that his epic plan for the new season. She said, "Oh shit, now I have to come back." Yeah, well, hopefully it's not a disaster. Listen, anyone who has seen Apocalypse, that season is messy as fuck. I don't care what the hell anyone wants to say. That season is messy as hell. But anyway, I think we pretty much talked about most of the I didn't talk about Carrie. Whatever. The new Carrie trailer came out. I wasn't hugely impressed with it. Mr. K, did you watch it?
Carrie, no.
Yeah.
That's when I made a comment in Davies' stream the other night. I was like, yeah, I think we've had about enough Carrie. There's about what 10,000 remakes of Carrie, a TV remake, shitty sequels. I don't think this needs to be made. To be honest, I've never been a fan of this or really care about it.
I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it just because I can, but I don't know what else they can possibly say. They're trying to say like, oh, because there's a technology aspect to it now. Now it's going to focus on that. Okay, what's the difference though in the story? There's no difference to the story. It's the same story. You're just changing like how they're going about that same story, right? Oh no, now it's Twitter followers. Now it's Instagram. Like doesn't change the story, you know? It just makes it on the internet, which is not new anyway, right? They act like it's some like revolutionary thing, like, but now it's on Instagram and she got followers. Okay, that's nothing new. We've seen bullying on the internet and apps and stuff for like 15 years now, right? It's not new. So, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be decent. I don't know why it exists, I guess, just other than money. I like Carrie. I'm excited for this one. Hi, Honey Bunch. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. I mean, I can definitely watch it. It's not a problem. I'm not excited for it, you know? There's nothing that really thrilled me about that trailer, but it's because nobody could think of anything else to do because they like money. Yes, there's a new Carrie. You didn't know that? Best part of Carrie will always be her mother, Margaret White. The first Carrie is a great movie. I saw that with Honey Bunch semi-recently, and it still holds up. Still a great film. So I recommend watching that. That's one of the big reasons I gave American Horror Story a big chance, because I thought Ryan Murphy's stories were very original and different than every other movie you'd see that's scary. Yeah, and they were original for a while. And then something happened. I blame American Crime Story because I was there. I was literally watching American Horror Story from the beginning. And I was excited. I was hyped for that first season. Like, oh, this looks awesome. Right. And I loved it for every season. And then American Crime Story came out. And I'm like, hey, this is good too. Good job, Ryan Murphy. Then I realized that Ryan Murphy is not good at multitasking. And apparently he can only stay focused on one fucking thing before he moves on to another. And so that's when the show started to suffer. It was right around season 5 or 6 or so when he got into the American Crime Story. And then it was the American Murder Story. And, you know, what was it? The Murder, a Monster Story, whatever the fuck it was called. Anyway, he just made a bunch of different shows during the entire run of American Horror Story. And those seasons suffered as a result because he wasn't working on them anymore. Someone else was helming the show after a while. So just one of those things, like he just cannot stay focused on many different shows. And now he's got another show called The Shards coming out, which people are calling The Sharts. Anyway, it's based on a book by Bret Easton Ellis, and it doesn't look that great, but I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a chance to see how good or bad it is. It looks like one of these teen drama kind of shows. But whatever. He did Glee, so maybe that's his roots. But anyway, that's all I really have for today. Mr. K, you have any last words before I kick you off?
I do not.
Let's read the book. That's funny. Okay. The Shards. So thank you for joining me, Mr. K, to rant about these Scream grifters as well as some horror stuff. We will see y'all next time. Have a great night, everyone.